Hi guys. Just kidding. Hi guys, this is Drew,
This is Kathy.
and we're here to unbox the Huawei P10 Plus.
Finally, after 4 days.
Yeah, it. I have had a good, solid relationship with this box.
I think it's its longest relationship to date.
To a box for the last 4 days because we've been looking for time to open this, and finally we found the time at 10:06 p.m.
On a Friday night.
of all times.
In
Subic.
Subic.
Yes. This is also we're here because thanks to Team Ford ARRC. It's um it's a rally. It's a challenge, a corporate
Yeah,
challenge for all different kinds of brands to compete. It's basically
it's kind of a car race but done differently.
it's not a race. It's
No, it's a done differently.
efficiency kind of
That's
task.
why I said done differently.
Yes.
Because there are set times and you have to be a gleaming, that's the word that they use, a gleaming example of road safety and measures. So they chose Subic because Subic is one of the strictest when it comes to road safety and following road rules.
Mind you guys, I was so giggly and happy earlier today because there were no stoplights. There were just stop signs, and everyone followed the rules where the cars would stop, and the rule goes is the first car to stop goes first, or
Mhm.
first to stop, first to go, and everyone was just following it.
He was so happy.
Yes, I was like, oh my
He's
god,
planning
I
to
wanna
move
live
here.
here. Yes,
Yeah, so
exactly.
it won't be Mabuhay Manila anymore.
It will be Subic Mash. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Subic Smash.
So you have to pardon us, guys, because we are running on our
We're basically running
35th
on
hour.
fumes
35th
and the
hour.
last few drips of caffeine
Yes.
because we had to work before driving from Manila all the way here, and all throughout the day they had activities set out and planned for us.
Yeah.
So finally, we got rid of the plastic.
It's not that
been,
long.
it's been a struggle. That's why we've been extending the speech. So here, it might fall off.
I like the box. It looks different.
It's magnet. It's
Oh.
yeah.
If it falls.
And then sunlight, spotlight, all this
Ting.
there. You can hold that while I explain everything else. You can power it on.
Oh.
So there,
I was
and then
busy
the first
showing
thing,
it off.
the first thing, the first thing that you see, of course, is the standard paperwork plus the SIM ejector pin plus, of course, as always, this is gonna be a standard thing for Huawei. The jelly case or the hard plastic case will be included in it. See, it's right here. The hard plastic case is standard now, I guess, for all most Huawei phones, most high-end Huawei phones. And of course, still included in the package is the standard USB A to USB Type C and the earphones, and of course your standard power brick with quick charge support, of course, or supercharge as they'd like to call it. See, it's rounded for general Asian use. There. And now to talk about the phone very quickly. Basically, it's the only phone that is co-engineered with Leica, and they for the P10 series they're using Sumilux lenses, which is basically um, means more details, better quality photos.
Mhm.
Of course, this is not like the G6 with the wide angle paired with the standard camera, and it's also not like the Xiaomi phones with the standard clear camera plus a 4 megapixel camera besides to be able to measure the bokeh or the depth of field. This focuses mainly on the monochrome
Mhm.
camera behind. That will include all the other details and a secondary camera with colors, basically. She's setting it up.
Finally.
There, that's your home screen. And if you were to notice the absence of an app drawer, which she's not used to yet.
Oh, that thing in the middle
There
where
you
you.
go. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
so
yes.
that thing in the middle where you normally click
Yes, and
and
then
all
all the
the.
other apps. So all the
Ah,
apps will be present on the next slide. Uh, Seen
there.
there.
So this is
The home
the.
screen, and you slide, and you will, all the other apps will be there. And then, fortunately for us, Huawei has included the option for an app drawer. So you have the option to, if you want to hide all those apps and all other things. Also, almost exclusively, Huawei is supporting dual WhatsApp and dual Facebook accounts, especially if you want to keep your work WhatsApp to your private WhatsApp separate, or
Oh.
if you have, like, for example, your personal page, and of course the page for work, a business of some sorts, and you want to keep separate. And she's trying out the selfie feature, which also has bokeh effect,
It is.
studio effect.
So.
Uh, yes, there. And basically, the entire campaign of Huawei thus far is for to make better portraits,
Mm.
and adding all those cameras inside the phone gives you the power and the capability to be able to create better photos, great, captivating photos. And if you were to remember the event, they had like 100 portraits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they ask professional photographers to take
Oh,
on portraits of different kinds of humans, basically around Manila.
oh, if you touch the screen, it takes
Yes,
a photo.
yeah.
I don't
That's
like
also
that.
a function. You can remove it. It's there. You can change it from the settings menu.
Okay, so far for me, lifestyle perspective of things, it's a little heavy, heavier than the usual
Well,
phone.
it's meant to be like your performance phone.
Okay. But the screen, the size is good. I like the photo thing because as you can see, I've actually become dark brown, not black.
Kayo mangki, guys. Kayo mangki.
Yes.
There.
Tan. But pictures lie nowadays. Cause see, so far no.
Well, because the lights are also yellowish in tone, so
Yeah. But I'm not
what
this white. I'm
that's
not.
what's giving us hue right now.
Yeah. Um. It's heavy. I'm not used to the heaviness of the phone.
Well, tech perspective, it's a standard size. It's very grippy, holds firmly.
Mm-hmm.
You know that there's a premium phone. You're holding a premium phone.
Can I see the wait? Oh, it has that
No. It's just a fingerprint sensor. So the on-screen navigation.
so
Yes,
confusing.
you're looking for.
Videos like you know how you can there. So I want to listen to the sound.
Uh, wait for it there. If you were to notice,
Santorini.
if you were holding it this way, only the bottom firing speakers will fire. But the moment you do this, you listen to this, it's a secondary speaker. So the
Oh,
earpiece already functions as a secondary speaker. So you're basically being consumed by two different kinds of sound.
and it's clear.
Oh, here.
Yeah, I want to go here.
Bye.
Bye.
So there, that's a first look and hands-on. The P10 Plus, the Huawei P10 Plus. If you want to ask us to do specific tests, outside of dropping a drop test or scratch test or anything that will damage the phone, because it's not ours. This is still Huawei's phone. It's just lent to us to be able to test it.
This is supposed to be a sample shot taken using the Huawei P10 Plus.
Yes.
So we will be doing more of these. Am I going to be able to sample this?
Again,
There. So you'll be seeing a lot more of this with me. Yay! And right now this is just first impressions. It looks very functional. Very.
Functional.
You know how there are pretty phones and then there are phones that you can just whip out in a meeting and tell everyone I'm the boss. This is that phone.
Oh, okay.
This is not the pretty phone. This is the I'm the boss phone.
Yeah, there you go.
There.
And also, some small details. The fingerprint sensor scanner is placed here now, not the back, so it's cleaner, as you can see. The power button is textured so we can identify it
Mhm.
away from the volume rocker. And all the other basic things are there.
Yeah.
Present. Also, water resistant.
Oh, and it has a step thing immediately.
All,
It's just there.
almost all
Oh,
Huawei phones now.
oh,
Okay.
okay.
Also, the P10 Plus will be the only sibling that will have IP67, IP68 dust and water resistance. That means up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes.
But this so
It's submersible in water ish, so not so deep.
so I can also use this as a coaster for my drinks.
Yes.
Ah, somebody use their phone as a coaster for their drinks. I want to do the same.
Okay. That's about it for our first unboxing, first look, and heads on with the Huawei P10 Plus. If you
Dual
have,
camera.
yes, if you have any questions, you can always hit us up either at Ginuhit on Twitter and at Miss Kathy Kenny
And soon it's gonna be
at MNL Mash or at MNL Mash.
and never forget to stand out
Stand
Manila.
up, Manila.